Well, good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Saturday morning. It is the third day of February 2024. This is the special Saturday morning weather briefing coming to you from the home weather office. As I look out the window of the weather office this morning, we have a little bit of sun. There's some clouds. It's cool. Temperatures in the 40s this morning. And it is going to be a somewhat cloudy and cool day, but it's going to be a dry day. And today is a good day to get things done outdoors and maybe get to the grocery store. You don't have to worry about the wind and the rain that we're going to have tomorrow. So this is going to be a chat about all things Sunday, because the morning models are in good agreement with what we've been looking at for the last couple of days now, that Sunday in our area is going to be windy, it is going to be wet, and in the Sierra it is going to be snowy. So I'll show you the latest thinking on the numbers, the timing, and that sort of thing, and what you should be prepared for Sunday. So let's start with the satellite. So here we are in California, clouds beginning to spread into the area. And then here is the low out here, and there is the tap of moisture. So a couple of things going on here. We have the tap of moisture. It's precipitable water, which is nice, the atmospheric river, if you will. But it's not just the moisture coming up, it's also the low that's developing on the back edge of this. And as that low develops and deepens, that's what gives us not only the rain that you get with the atmospheric river, but as the low deepens, then you get the gusty winds, the strong winds, the damaging winds that we're expecting during the day tomorrow. So let me show you that here with the NAM, the North American model. And let me just kind of go through the evolution of how the rain starts. This is late this evening, and then as we get into the overnight hours, the rain does start. And here's the low out in here. And it will continue to deepen as we get into the very early morning hours of Sunday. And then this is Sunday afternoon, widespread wind and rain. And as I scroll over that, if you look at the middle line, the one that says MSLP, 980 millibars, a 980 millibar low off the coast. That is a deep low to be that close to the California coast. We don't see them that deep, that low very often. And it's the gradient. I mean, look at how these isobars are stacked up here. It is this gradient that gives you the strong winds. So yes, we have the moisture coming up from the precipitable water, the atmospheric river, whatever you want to call it, that gives us the rain. But it's that deep low that gives us the wind. And of course, we have the snow going on as well. But yeah, a 980 millibar low, that's going to look pretty interesting on the satellite tomorrow. It'll be just a deep low that looks like a cinnamon swirl, if you will, just a deep, deep low. And then the rain will taper somewhat with another band coming in the evening, probably a band of heavier rain right there. Snow levels will also be rising. We may see snow start at 4,000, but the snow level will eventually get up to around 6,000. That low will then just kind of hang off the coast as we head into the day on Monday. Rain rates will decrease because the main area of moisture gets moved to the south. But the low persists. It'll be breezy on Monday, but not as gusty, and we won't have the damaging winds that we could have on Sunday. And then during the day Tuesday, at least this model just sinks that low down off the coast, and we dry out. Tuesday actually could be a relatively dry day. So yeah, a 980 millibar low off the coast. We don't see those that deep, that low, this close to the California coast, and that's why it is going to be so windy. So let me show you the HRRR wind gusts. So how windy is it going to be? This is around midday. I'll stop it right here. And as I scroll over this, what you'll see are these are wind gusts of 57 knots, certainly winds gusting over 50 miles an hour. The 6Z run of the HRRR was even stronger. My hunch right now is that the areas like Sacramento County, San Joaquin County, Amador, El Dorado, Calaveras, Tuolumne, even Stanislaus County will see gusts around 55 miles an hour. Wouldn't be surprised if one or two stations come in with gusts of 60 miles an hour. Now, one thing about the winds of that strength, a couple of days ago we saw a lot of gusts into the low 40s, and we saw scattered power outages. This, what we're going to be seeing during the daylight hours and into the late afternoon on Sunday, has the potential to cause a lot of trees down, widespread power outages. So you should be prepared for that today. Think about what would happen if your power went out at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning and was off until 5 or 6 in the afternoon. So just kind of think about that during today to be prepared for it. So where your flashlights are, where just things that you just might want to do ahead of time. Make sure your phone is charged. If you have an electric car, make sure that's charged or has enough charge in it to get through whatever you need to do until the power comes back on. So those are things to think about. I do think we are going to see some widespread power outages. Also, there will be some trees down. There's not much you can do to prepare for that. If a tree comes down in your yard, there's not much you can do about that. One thing you can do in your yard, however, is if you have wooden fences, we get a lot of fences down in cases like this. So let's say if you have a wooden fence that faces south, a south-facing face to it, because the winds are going to be coming up out of the south and southeast. So that takes the brunt of the wind, and those get knocked down. So on the back side of it, on the north side of it, you can, if you have a 2x4 or whatever, prop it up. Prop it up today. Go out and put some wood behind it. Prop up the fence to give it some support against that wind and against and especially the fences that have they're just 4x4s into concrete. In the bottom of the 4x4, after 8 or 10 years, it tends to rot with the moisture, and all it takes is a gust of wind and it gets knocked over. So that's one thing you can do to help prevent damage around your house. But like I said, if a tree comes down, there's not much you can do to prevent that right now. Also, go around your yard and make sure that you have things secured, that you don't want things to be sailing into your neighbor's backyard. So let's get back to that. The winds will be gusty in the afternoon. And like I said, we're going to see frequent gusts up over 50. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some gusts up over 60 in some areas. And I'd include Placer County in that, Sacramento County, even Solano County in that. We could see some very strong winds. Then the winds die down on Sunday night. And so let's put it this way. If your power is still on at, let's say, 6 p.m., your power is going to stay on. Let's talk about how much rain we are going to see. So let's do this. And this is off the North American model, although all the models are in very good agreement that a place like Sacramento will see 1.5 inches to maybe as high as 2 inches, depending on whether they get any bands of heavier rain. Coastal areas like Marin County could see 2. The Santa Cruz Mountains, maybe 4. Coastal areas, maybe 4. And then as we go through it even more, the Santa Barbara Mountains could get 6 or 7. Mountains outside of LA, 3 or 4, and LA Basin probably 2 or 3, 4 inches of rain. So they're still expecting flooding issues in Southern California as well. And in terms of snow, this is again off the NAM, 2 to 3 feet of snow most likely. And in order to get 2 to 3 feet of snow between, let's say, Sunday morning and early Monday morning, you have to be getting, let's see, if you get 2 feet of snow in 24 hours, that's 1 inch of snow an hour. But if you're going to get 3 feet of snow in 24 hours, then you have to start sprinkling in some hours where you're getting 2 inches an hour. You combine that with the winds that I showed you, we're going to have whiteout conditions. Tomorrow, Sunday, is not a good day to travel in the mountains. Today will be a good day. Right now, as I'm recording this, there are chain controls. They'll likely be lifted shortly on 80 and 50. So if you need to travel through the Sierra, today's a good day. Sunday, not a good day. Sunday, probably one of those days that we get just a closure. Sometimes they'll hold traffic as they clear some spinouts. Now, we saw this a couple of times last year. We get whiteout conditions on the summit. They don't even bother just, giving chain controls. They just say, nope, it's too dangerous to travel up there. The road is closed. And it may be closed for 6 or 8 hours. So obviously you don't have any window to travel. Oh, and one other thing. This happens when they close the road. Folks go to their GPS and go, oh, I know a back road. GPS says I should go here. Don't do that. People get lost. People get stuck. If Interstate 80 isn't suitable for travel, neither is a forest road. Don't do that. So that's everything I've got for you this morning. Tomorrow is going to be a stormy day. Do what you can today to prepare for it. Like I said, some things you just can't prepare for, but do what you can today to prepare for it. Just kind of in the back of your mind, think, yeah, I might lose power tomorrow for a few hours, and what am I going to do? So that's everything I've got for you this morning. I'll do another update tomorrow morning as the storm is moving inland to see if the models are showing any sort of a difference. Today is Saturday. I will not be on TV. Today is my day off. I'm going to relax and get outside and enjoy the dry weather that we have. And hey, make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.